I'm going to show you the ropes. Here they are. These are the ropes. Alright, that's my one joke, and that's me being done with the voice, because that's going to kill my throat. Anyway, I am going to teach you guys how to play Sea of Thieves. I was doing it a lot yesterday with a lot of my friends and some randoms, and I feel like I've got over 100 hours in the alpha. I'm pretty good at being able to teach people how to play. So I figured, hey, make a video. Let's let everyone know, because I know a lot of people, they don't have crews. They're kind of going into this blind. But I want everyone to be able to experience and enjoy this game. So hopefully this video will help you out. If it does, give me a thumbs up on a like, make a comment. I appreciate it. So anyway, this is Sea of Thieves. So I'm on the small ship. I prefer and would recommend going on the 4-person boat with a crew, even if it's randoms. A lot of times I feel like the randoms aren't horrible. Sometimes they are, though. But I wanted to just use a small boat for the sake of streaming and showing this video, just because it's easier that way. I don't want other people interrupting. I actually just tried to record this, and while I was just involved in showing people directions, someone came behind me and shot me. So, you know, things happen. It's open world Sea of Thieves, so that's one of the beauties of it, is anything can happen even if you don't want it to. It's an open world where people are doing what they want to do. But anyway, let's show you how to play the game. So first, let's start with your inventory. So by the way, this is for Xbox users only. I do not know the controls for PC. If you figure out the controls for PC, I guess this video could be useful for just knowing what you can do and how to do things. But in terms of buttons, you're on your own for that, at least from me. So left bumper is going to be your inventory wheel. And here we see we've got our bananas, which is our food, our health. One banana will refill a quarter of your health. We got cannonballs. You can hold up to 10 cannonballs, up to 5. See, it's red, so that's my max bananas. So up to 5 bananas in your inventory before you have to store them. 10 cannonballs, up to 5 wood planks. You've got your spyglass, your shovel, your lantern, your bucket, your compass, and then we're going to hit more, and you've got your tankard of ale. You've got 2 instruments, the accordion and the hurdy-gurdy. Yep, hurdy-gurdy. And then the little watch, which honestly doesn't have much of a use, at least not yet. We'll see what happens, but that's my watch. And so a lot of instruments, actually, tools and stuff, they have multiple ways you can do things. So let's show, let's show with the lantern. So the lantern's out. I can hit left trigger to lift it up, or I can hit right trigger to turn it off and on. Similar with the compass. You know, right trigger zooms in, and actually, fun fact, so this is going to be very helpful for people who use, who are hunting treasure, and I haven't gotten there yet. I'm kind of going ahead. You'll just have to keep up. If you've got treasure and it says go 6 paces north, I look north, and if I push forward, you will feel a vibration in your controller for every step or pace. So that's a great way to know exactly how far you're going. And then let's see. So you've got, you know, when you've got a tool out, hit the right or left trigger and see what you can do with them. So this is my spyglass, able to zoom in and see things from afar. So that's good. You can honestly see most things, but maybe you're unsure if that's an enemy sail in the distance. So, you know, I see that island. Maybe I think it's a boat. So I can zoom in and look, and it's like, okay, well, that looks like an island. There's clearly a shipwreck over there too, though. See, look at that. I didn't even see that at first, but right there, that's a shipwreck. So there could be treasure on that. Fun fact. I'm not going to go into that tutorial right now. But anyway, so let me show you guys. Well, let's go back on land, because honestly, you don't start. Oop, I found the water. You don't start on your boat unless you have joined a crew that is already underway. Where is the ladder to the dock? Over there. Okay, well, I'm gonna just swim this way. There are sharks in the water, so you want to be careful of that. Let's see, any sharks coming after me right now? Not yet, so that's good. But anyway, it's you can't crouch, at least not yet. So I couldn't go under that. So here's a little outpost island. So an outpost island, this is where you're going to deposit your gold. This is where they have a tavern, little shops, and so this is like the towns. They're not safe zones, but this is where, like, when you're on, unless you're hunting for treasure, this is the island you're going to be on. These islands don't ever have treasure on them, unless it's another crew. So let me also show you weapons. So you hit Y to cycle through your weapons. So let's start you off. Let's start you off with the sword. So you've got your sword, your little cutlass, and you know you can slash with right trigger. You can hold it for a powerful lunge attack, but it kind of, like, you heard my guy breathing there. I was unable to walk after that. I'll try to show you again. I'm going to hold forward too. So I'm holding forward right now, but I'm still not moving. So if you miss your target and stuff, it's kind of got a very negative effect to it. I personally don't use it very often. It's pretty rare for me to use it. Next we have the pistol. You know, just you got your pistol, your shot like that. Then we've got our sniper rifle. And so there's no crosshairs, but it's, most of you guys can probably figure out where those three lines converge. That's where the bullet's going. So right there. And, you know, not destructible environments. Sorry, guys. Like, you might get some wood pieces to fly off, but they're not actually flying off. And then later on, if you get enough gold, you can buy a blunderbuss, or like basically a shotgun. I definitely really do like this. And then, so that's the weapons. So let's show you, well, how do you start your quest? So over here, right now, at least this is in the beta, there will be more things to do in the real game. As of right now, we have one way to get quests. It's this guy on a tent. Depending on your outpost, by the way, guys, there's a bunch of different outposts. They can look very different than this. There's all the buildings are going to be there, but they're not going to be like in this exact spot. So you got to find the guy in the tent. He's on the beach somewhere in the middle, and we're going to talk to him. He's the gold hoarder. So we want to grab a quest. So I don't want to spend any of my money right now. So to start you off, because you don't have gold right away, obviously, you don't start with money. So we're going to buy this one for 0 coins. And it will give us some amount of gold. You got to spend money to make money, guys. So it will give us a little bit amount, but the odds are that it's minimal. And so that will be a short quest to start. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to our boat. And we're going to climb the ladder. So you've got a ladder on each side of your boat, guys. And then, so to start the quest, I'm going to go down into the captain's quarters. Now, again, this is the smaller boat. The bigger boat looks a bit different, but you'll figure it out. You go to the captain's quarters, and there's a little table. It says propose voyage. So you're going to hit X. You're going to propose a voyage. The half-day long one is probably the one that just didn't cost anything, so I'll waste that one. And so there it is. It's been proposed. Now your crew, or if it's just you need to vote for it to say, hey, this is the one I want to do. So I'm going to go ahead and vote for it. And I'm throwing down my, you can't really see the animation because it's just me, but you throw down a little dagger on the table and you're just like, that's the one I want. So now that we have a voyage, we now have a treasure map. So what we want to do is hit right bumper. And then, so I have 1 treasure map. Sometimes, there was one time I had 7 treasure maps from 1 voyage. It was pretty crazy. It was awesome. But, so here is, and they could be different. Sometimes they're riddle maps, where it just says a little riddle, but it says the name of the island in that first sentence. So, this one is an X marks the spot map. So, this is as much as I have to go on. Looks kind of like an almond or a heart. So we go to our map table, and a fun fact, the treasure map, it's never going to bring you too far away from where you are. So I know it's in my somewhat near vicinity. So we can hit the triggers to zoom in and out. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Now I want to look for something that looks like a heart. Well, that doesn't look like a heart. None of that does. And if you forget what it looks like, you're just going to have to hit B to get out of it. and you're gonna want to hit right trigger to bring it up again. Also, remember I was talking about how things have right trigger and left trigger. You can hit left trigger to show your friends. So I basically flipped it around and I can show other people. I have actually used that in the past to show someone on another crew who was not part of my crew, so they didn't have our map, but they wanted to help. So I was like, hey, this is what we're looking for. But anyway, so I'm looking for that. So let's go back to our map and we're gonna look around. So we're looking around, It's not the crow's nest. It's not Crook's Hollow. Oh, but Barnacle Cay looks a little bit like it. If I zoom in, I can see, yeah, that's definitely it. So I can even hit A and put a little circle on it and say, that's where I want to go. So that's definitely helpful for people who might forget where they were going, or if they want to show the other crew your spot. So that is that one. And so now, oh, actually, let me do this. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit so I can see that I need to go. We got a compass in the bottom right. I need to go northwest to get to Barnacle Cay. There is no like waypoints. I had a friend who, you know, when he first got on, he was like, how do I know where to go? You don't, it's not like, hey, there's a blue beacon over there. No, you now used this map. You now know where you need to go. You're going to go into your inventory. You've got your compass. You can see I need to go northwest, which is that way. So my boat's actually facing it. Which, by the way, I mean, you can also just look there. You can see your boat is actually facing it. So what you're going to do is you're also going to want to get on the wheel. And on the wheel, you have a compass right there next to you. So you can always know where you're going. So I'll give you a quick tutorial on how to use the wheel. You know, just spin left and right. It's harder on a big boat. You do not turn on a dime. If your sails are down and you're in the wind, you're not going to turn easily. So just keep that in mind. It'll take some getting used to. But I do want to give you a little fun little tidbit. This gold one, this is like your marker handle. And if you are centered, if you move left to the right a little bit, you will get a vibration. Now, you kind of get vibrations when you're turning the wheel normally, but you definitely get a more noticeable vibration right there when I'm turning right there. And so that tells you your boat is centered. That is more useful on a larger boat than a small boat, but still just wanted to give you that information because that's not something I would expect many of you to know. Similar to how using the compass, walking forward, you get those vibrations for paces. Not something I would expect many of you to know. So what have I not shown you? Oh, let's show you how to set sail. I'm not going to raise my anchor because I don't really want to set sail. This is just a tutorial video. But you can hit X to raise your anchor. If you're on a big boat, it's more around this location that your anchor is. And your crew is going to probably to raise it. If you have all 4 people, it can go about as fast as it can on this, because if you see this, I'm raising this pretty fast. If I were on a 4-person crew, let me see if I can try to do this speed, it's going to be like this fast. If you're one person on a 4-person crew, it's like that fast. But anyway, so I'm going to keep my anchor down so I don't go anywhere, but let me show you how to use the sails. So here's the ropes again. So the single rope right there, that is raising and lowering your sail. So we're going to grab it, and it auto looks you. It makes you look at the sail, and we are going to go up and down. So I'm going to bring this down, and then we use the two ropes, to angle the sail. We want to catch the wind. So if we look, and you can use your right joystick to look around a little bit and get a little bit better view of the wind. So I want to show you guys the wind. So we can see it's coming from the left and it's going to the right. So that means if I want to catch the wind, I want to angle my sail all the way to the right here. Let's see if I can do this. All right. So that's as far as I'm able to get it. So I'm not going to be getting max wind. I want to show you guys what max. I'll show you that at the end. I'll show you what it looks like when you get max wind in your sail. But I'm turning it all the way to the right, so I'm going to catch as much wind as possible. And honestly, guys, sometimes you're going to go against the wind, and that's just going to be a pain, and you're not going to go that fast. I can explain tacking to you later. I'm not going to do that in this video. But yeah, sometimes, guys, you just don't always have the wind with you. Oh. We got to show you guys how to use cannons because I'm sure you all want to sink some boats. So Let's hit the left bumper. We got my inventory. So I already grabbed some cannons. So that's another thing. Oh, let me go back and explain that to you. So on all the islands, that's where you'll find random barrels with inventory of wood planks or cannonballs or bananas, and you're gonna want to grab them and store them on your boat because, especially like cannonballs, if you want to fight people, you're gonna run out of cannonballs very fast, and then you're useless. So like, see here, we've got wood planks, and because I'm not maxed out on my wood planks, I can carry these. So I'm gonna grab some more wood planks, but I am maxed on my bananas. So it says there's one more banana in there, but I can't carry that right now. I could eat it, nom nom nom, and now I can carry it. Show you where to store these on your boat. Wow, if I could jump properly. But it is, look guys, it's so beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Anyway, where is my ladder? Here we go. There is a crow's nest. If you want, go explore. I personally there's not much use in going to a crow's nest. There really isn't. Especially on the larger one where it's the climb up takes so long. It's not worth it. So you're gonna have to find these barrels on the larger boat. They're on the middle deck on the larger boat, towards the back half, but you're just gonna have to look for the symbols that I point out to you because I can't show you. So red barrels with the 3 dots, that's your cannonballs. So I can go here and I can actually hit Y to store more cannonballs, and then I can go get more from other islands, or I can take some if I need to grab some and get ready for a fight. This box here, this is your ammo. So on the larger boat, this box is middle floor again, but it is towards the front. So if I were to shoot my sniper, so now I'm down a bullet, and you can see the little pellet markers down in the bottom right there. So that's how much ammo. You've got 5 shots for each. So I'm gonna reload it. I'm gonna grab that. I'm gonna reload, and now I've got all my shots again. So I've reloaded my ammo that way. So this one with a chicken wing and a fish, that is your food. So right now, maybe later we'll have other options, but right now we only have bananas. So I'm gonna store more bananas there. And then here's our wood planks. So we've got like the saw and hammer on like a piece of wood or something. Or maybe it's just a hammer on 2 pieces of wood. That's probably what it is. Hammer on 2 pieces of wood. And so we've got wood planks. So I'm going to store those wood planks. And that's that. You will have a tankard of ale if you're the kind of person that just wants to have a party boat and just be drinking and get drunk a lot. You can do that. I'm not really going to show that to you guys right now, but you can definitely do that. And then you just hold right trigger to drink. And I'm just not going to do that right now. There's a clothing chest. It's the beta. Don't really worry about clothing. We also only have a very small amount of clothing that we can even get. But eventually, when you get enough gold, you can buy clothing and different kinds of weapons. Well, not different kinds of weapons, different styles of weapons and looks for the weapons. The only weapon you can actually buy you don't start with is the blunderbuss. Oh, and I'll go show you where that is. So there's an equipment chest there too. But let me go show you. So I think that's all I need to show you guys really for the tutorial. I think you guys know enough now to get started. Is there anything I forgot? So you can play music. There's a few different songs, and if other people want to play along, if you're playing your song, they will actually play the same song as you if they're in the proximity or if they're on your boat. So that's a cool thing. So let's see. This one is tools and stuff. So I think this is the guy. So we want to find this guy. And we go here. And yep, down here is the blunderbuss. See, I already bought it. But you could buy, different styles of lanterns, buckets, all that good stuff. Just, it's looks. It's all different looks. But that's what we got for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I don't think there's anything that you need to know right away. Basically, so I guess in order to look for the map, so I'm only going to show you this one because this is the one I've got right now. When I were to get to that island, I'm looking for the X. So there's a lot of like red foliage there, which can throw you off. But the X there's only one X on this island. It's towards the south. It's on the beach there. They're not always on the beach, and they're not always south. But that's where that one is. So what I'm going to do is when I get there, I'm going to have to figure out, again, there's no waypoint, guys. I'm going to have to figure out my coordinates. I'm like, all right, where are my bearings? So you look for landmarks. So I'd recommend if I were there, maybe what I would do if I were on that island, I would use my compass. I would go south. I would go to the very south of that island, and then so I'd be towards that bottom, and then I'd be like, all right, well, there's a big rock here at the south, so I need to go just north and a little bit west of that. So then I'll kind of look, and I see there's some trees or bushes there too, so I'm like, all right, so it's probably only a couple feet away from this tree, and and you take your shovel and you dig, and if you hear like a thud, it's kind of like that noise actually, then you hit your chest and it's good, and it will pop up, say, hey, you found your chest. And if you didn't, don't keep digging, because if you didn't find it on the first strike, then you're not gonna, digging deeper isn't a thing. You need to keep digging your chest out, but only one swing with the shovel in order to know where it is. I think that's it, guys. I think you're good. Any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I definitely appreciate it. I know this was a 20-minute video, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Definitely give me a thumbs up if you liked it. If I get enough likes, maybe I'll do another one of these for when they come out with the real game and we have a lot more features for me to teach people. But yeah, anyway, have a good day. Stop the broadcast. All right, Anubis out.